So today we're gonna go ahead and pick up on our gallery walk on the projects that you guys presented. So go ahead and put away our cell phones and our food, as we are gonna have a gallery walk right now. But I am going to pass out your posters back, and you guys are to hang them on the wall. There's one right there last time. You can hang it right now. And then for you, you're gonna do a 4 square for the textbook.
Huh?
Get pictures.
That's how high? I don't know
Why are you recording? Well, is it for me?
Oh, I just realized.
Oh.
A good spot.
Like right here, because so we can write it, like right here.
Nope.
about. You guys behind you guys if you'd
Huh?
like.
We don't write our own.
Well, they can figure it
James
out.
Beto.
It looks better than.
Where would you like to hang yours at? I'll give you tape.
Like right here, right?
Yeah. I don't know, mine looks good.
Well, you got paper? Wait, what?
No, I don't got paper. The ones that I asked for them to the paper.
Beto.
And the bottom one?
On one. The bottom.
I mean,
Oh gosh.
Hey, boys, not this high.
Take a paper.
She's gonna do that?
Higher? Maybe higher.
No, that's the paragraph.
I hope that's not recording, but I know that's gonna be like. Oh my god.
Again, so we're gonna go ahead and have a gallery walk on the posters you guys created on the major battles. Priscilla, yes.
Oh, you got paper?
What type of paper?
Just like right.
You don't have your journal now? Yeah, so go ahead and get your journal notes out.
Okay, never mind, forgot. Oh, thank you. This big book is in there.
And so go ahead and title it Gallery Walk.
Oh, I just remembered I did bring it. Yeah, I remember about it. Yeah.
So go ahead and title it the Gallery Walk. And then the instructions are gonna be 7 key takeaways.
Wait, what?
7 key takeaways are the instructions from each group member's poster. 7 key takeaways. Exactly. For each poster.
Only 3. So 21 volts. It's 3.
And so, where you guys are walking around trying to find, again, listen up. When you guys are walking around, just keep in mind that you guys are gonna answer what major World War II battle stood out to you and why. So that would be towards the end. Restroom? Yes, 220. 220. So, any questions or concerns before we start? Looks like everyone is ready to go. Go for it.
So 7 bull. Yeah, you can sit down.
have about 20 minutes to 25 minutes to get 7 key takeaways of information.
Wait, 7. Just, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Watch yourself right there. That's really fast. Really fast.
Bullet points of information.
No, you can go. You can go. You better not. Which one? Oh, he's gone. I'm just taking this stuff.
I'll take it first.
sir.
7 for my family.
7 for all of them, except for your own. So 7 for which one did you just do? So then you find another one that's in the classroom. Like the battle study ground, G-Day. Stalin ground. Oops, make sure you have 1, 2, 3, just make sure you have 21 bullet points. Information. All it takes is you walk around and just rotate cities.
Are you done? That's it. You go forward.
Oh.
I can't. I just need one. Are you not done?
Yeah. Sweet.
I just need
It
this
gets
one.
bad whenever I leave.
I'm done.
Damn, 40 minutes? That was good.
We don't have to do our own, right?
No, you don't have to do your own. So, if you guys finish early, I would like you guys to answer this question in one paragraph. What major World War II battle stood out to you and why? This is if and when you finish taking down your 7 notes.
Wait, can we choose our own for that one?
Yes.
Operational.
It's any major World War II battle that we learned about during the European theater, which consists of D-Day, the Battle of Kursk, the Fall of Berlin, Stalingrad, and the invasion of Italy. They didn't pick that one, and no one picked it. The fifth period picked it. And more people. So they're able to do research with them. Battle of Italy.
It's fun.
So again, when and if you finish early, go ahead and give me one paragraph in your journal notes on what major World War II battle stood out to you and why.
That was getting itchy, man. Someone got sick. Oh, nah.
My bad.
Being sick of the heat sucks. trying to use it to get my students to me with that. Trying to put a, get it the first boys in there. Yeah, I just noticed that. Yeah, they will get to this day, usually after you have everyone you can see on the side.
Wow.
The only time this table usually fills is probably birthday.
That's never. Well, sorry.
And that's where Millie sits.
So I'll repeat it one more time. You guys win, and when you guys finish, go ahead and give me one paragraph in your journal notes on what major World War II battle stood out to you and why. And from each table group, I will be calling on a random student to share their answers. So please keep that in mind while you are answering the one paragraph questions. Yes. So the four squares, you're just gonna go ahead and. You know what, actually, with the notes that you took 7 bullet points notes, right? Should I just go ahead and take 4 of those and just put it onto.
Oh.
Just give me 5 for each battle and just 2 images. Just 4 battles. So I just want you 4 squares and then just 4 battles. 5 bullet points of information, 2 images.
Yeah, that's. Did you know those little bunker things are called that they use in World War II?
Bunkers?
The ones made out of like wood and camouflage?
No, it's the ones that German
Like the cement or concrete ones?
I was gonna say pillbox too, but those are usually the smaller ones. But bunker would be the right word too, so. The Japanese use more pillboxes just because they didn't have access to concrete as much as the Germans did. They would have those separate style we did too, those pillboxes. Like, I always talk about Ujimas, if you heard about Ujimas. It's in a side of it's a volcanic island, they made some pillboxes on the side of the mountain, and they made all these extensive tunnels. And they connected every pillbox to a tunnel, and you would think they're shooting on one side, next thing you know, they're shooting on the other side, because they're like literally running back and forth from the pillboxes. And it would trip up the Marines, and a lot of them would die that way. They didn't know where the fire was coming from.
I know them just in the Vietnam War, they go flush the tunnels.
This is in Canada.
have about 7 minutes, 7 more minutes to complete your guys' question. Before I pick on each group table to represent their answer on what major World War II battle stood out to them and why.
Original for like 2 cups. For the 2 cups.
It's all after school. Whenever anyone wants to go to the store, we just got to get that ready.
We'll only want 2 cups.
Think so?
What the hell?
Okay, sometimes the lunch ladies are picky, they don't know how to style. Yeah, they say they got enough competition.
They didn't sell any food,
No, but they do have to make accounts. So like when they don't have enough food that can pass out, and they have to write it down, they have to report that to the state, and the state says, well, yeah, well, we're not buying lunch, we're not taking lunch, so we're gonna reduce your budget.
Can we just take the count?
Yeah, but that's illegal. And then people can legit get arrested for that, cause it's money that's being stolen technically. And that adds up over time, right? So like, let's say 10 people don't buy food, right? And it takes like $5 for those 10 people to feed them, right? So it's $50, multiply 50 by every day, cause you have to feed everyone every day, right? So 50 times 30, that's 150 in 1 month. And then there's also so 150 times 12. I don't like math, so I'm gonna take my calculator.
It's like at least 1,000.
Yeah, so. It's a lot of money, especially for a small school.
Like, they won't notice though.
You notice that we're $2 million in debt.
Oh, wait, I forgot about that.
You'll probably know.
Oh, are we less in debt?
I don't know, maybe we're less now, but
What was like coconut school?
is it more?
Cause it was like that and there was more of that too.
No.
Cause it was
Point is, they notice something.
there was that before and she went and bought or something.
They don't talk to me about it. I'm just a
Why do you have
cog
to
in
use
the
silent
machine, man.
Like picking up.
Oh, that's not true.
Not good. Why you keep it? Doesn't like kind of make jokes about this
I went to work.
sucking moving forward. So.
It shouldn't be a problem, it really shouldn't. How many schools with small budgets actually do really well? So, again, I mean, it's because they're probably things that everybody for the Well, we gave them a raise last year. Well, they didn't give us anything. Now, I mean, take the example, Riverdale, they're not even terrible, they're about the same size as us.
So, looks like we have about 3 minutes, but looks like everyone has completed. So I'm gonna go ahead and start picking one group member to explain their answer. I'd like for you to come up to the front and tell the class what major World War II battle you felt like stood out to you and why. So let's go ahead and start with Ari.
Wait, the summary?
Yes. Let's be respectful and listen up.
The battle that stood out to me was the Battle of Kursk. It stood out to me because the battle involved many teams. It was the last major German offensive on the Eastern Front. This battle made Germany go on the defensive for the rest of the war. This is why this battle stood out to me, since Germany's forces were easy targets for defensives.
And that is correct. We'll get her a round of applause. That's the Battle of Kursk. It was a major battle of many bombing of tanks. And let's go ahead and go with Ivan for our next victim. On telling us to answer their personal answer on what major World War II battle stood out to them and why.
So the battle I chose was the Battle of D-Day. Stood out to me because one reason is it was recognized as one of the most amphibious invasions in history. Another reason is because of this battle, Europe was liberated eventually. And lastly, it stood out to me because of how the battlefield, like the appearance of the battlefield, and then another one is that the Allies were at a disadvantage, but they still managed to like them.
And that is a very good description of D-Day. Everyone give a round of applause. So that is correct. It liberated Europe, and D-Day was a turning point to slow down Germany's momentum in winning the war to making them having a momentum to losing the war, as they were dealt with fighting different fronts even more coming from the Allies. So let's go ahead and get our next participator, which is going to be Marco. Go ahead and tell us what major World War II battle stood out to you and why.
A major World War II battle that stood out to me was the fall of Berlin, I would say, because this is when Germany fell. And all these battles lead up to basically this like final battle. I finally like stood out to me because I like to do it on the poster and the facts I learned from before I didn't know.
That was a great answer. Give him an applause. So like what Marco said, the Battle of Berlin was a very traumatic war, as many of the French soldiers went ahead and rushed through and gave everything they had just because they ended up getting closer to taking over Berlin. And so let's go ahead and go with Beto to finish this off. What major World War II battle stood out to you and why, Beto?
World War II is good. USA at UK were both.
Okay. Yes, sir, there it is. Everyone give a round of applause. And so that goes ahead and wraps up the European theater, and we're gonna go ahead and have a quick introduction into the Pacific. And here we go.
Alright, so that's my cue. Alright. So you guys, I'm aware that there's a whole nother war going on the other side of the planet.